Back on Buffy, this is episode 17 of season 3, and I'm really excited to carry on with the show and get back into it. Getting closer and closer to the end of the season. I'm sure you guys know I kind of watch Buffy in like 2 episodes at a time, basically. So after this, I'll only be having like 2 more watching sessions, and then I'll be done with season 3, which is mental. And then we kind of have a whole new era for the show, really, and for my channel, because we'll be doing Buffy and Angel, so that's going to be exciting. But yeah, really excited to carry on with the season. Last episode was just everything. You know, 2 willows. Like, you can't top it. By far, one of my favourites of the season. Absolutely loved having like Vampire Willow back, exploring more with like Anya and everything. But in the background, we still had like the Mayor and Faith kind of being little shits. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what's going to happen next, as things are going to, you know, escalate a lot more as we get towards the end of the season. So I'm really, really excited and to see like what's going to go down. So let's get into it.
From the title, I thought it was about food.
Well, there was food.
Right. The scene with the food.
They've taken Angel in kind of a more comedic route the last few episodes, and I really like
I feel
that.
like getting some hot chocolate.
It feels nice, just to feel.
It doesn't drive you crazy
Oh,
when we're close.
Check out the lust bunnies.
oh my god. And the mood is dead. She killed Alan, then she killed the mood.
And the mayor, he would hate if somebody got a hold of him before he, well, you know.
Face
Don't know.
intrigued.
Before I would. Anything that would pin the mayor down would be great.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I kind of like to think she's playing the mayor, but I don't think she is. She's been too hurt by Buffy and everyone to, like, not turn against them, I think.
Drink up. There's nothing uncool about healthy teeth and bones.
Tomorrow is the Ascension, God help us all. It was the last anyone heard.
Of Cain.
Good.
I study best in a good restaurant. Around 8-ish. Think it over.
How do I feel about
the
this?
words flimsy excuse.
The $5,000, it's, you know, negotiable.
Oh dear. Oh, face. Oh dear. Not the most elegant of kills. Oh, look at that, you've got blood on your hands.
Scared of what I am, what I'm turning into. Cold-blooded, straight-up killer. Like you.
Not like me. I didn't have a choice. But you do. Look, you can stop this.
Is she just faking this?
Everybody said I would.
Oh god. I have a bad feeling I know what she's going for here. Yeah.
Friends.
We're friends.
Aww.
But I'm lucky too.
I don't know if she's ever actually had anyone who's loved her before.
I better go.
Kind of sad, really.
Lifetime of practice.
I feel like she might know that Buffy was gonna walk in.
It's not like I wasn't trying, okay?
There's no need to convince me. I'm sure you gave it your level best. I just don't understand what that boy could be thinking.
Try Buffy Summers. Like in a big, fat,
Yeah, she
one-track
was.
way.
It was all the.
Come on, don't be discouraged. You're a bright young... One way to skin a cat. And I happen to know that's factually true. We want to take Angel's soul away.
Oh, I thought that's what they were
Can't do it by
going
giving
for.
happiness. Well, by golly, we'll just have to do it in the most painful way imaginable.
Shit.
The council isn't entirely aware that I'm letting you work for me. With me.
Oh.
I don't think they'd be very happy at the idea of the 2 of us collaborating.
Well, I wasn't about to burst into glorious song about it myself. What did you call them?
Got the address. I beat it out of Willie the Snitch personally.
You beat up Willie.
Sure. Well, actually, let's just say I applied some pressure. Okay, I bribed him.
Yeah.
How much?
$28. Does the council reimburse for that kind of stuff?
Did you get a receipt?
Damn.
It's down by the bus station.
Just go look him up.
It's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Snake.
Is it me or did it just get really cold in here?
There's something in the air, and it sure ain't love.
You have risked great danger in calling on me.
Oh.
The deadliest magics are needed to rob this creature of its soul.
Big job, all right.
And so it shall be done.
Oh boy.
Well, listen.
Does Angel come up to Faith's standards for a guy? Let's see. Is he breathing? Really, no. But
Wow.
Angel.
Little dig at Xander there,
There's
Willow.
no way he would ever do that. Go talk to Angel. But I just... No, go. I give you leave to go.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love Teacher Willow. She should be a teacher.
You don't trust me.
It's not that.
No, it's that.
Join the club.
What the hell? Oh no. Oh no.
I wanted to do this the old-fashioned way, but hey, your loss. Look, I got some tricks behind
Oh my god, Faith.
I know, but it's fun.
Oh fuck. What the fuck? Please not have worked, and he's just like going along with it. Or...
Thanks.
Is it Angelus?
It's good to be back in Sunnydale.
Our enemy has us at a disadvantage. We seem consistently
Oh
within
my
one step
god,
behind.
I hate this.
Now here's the book's
Shit.
We must take definitive action.
I'm in Wesley's group.
There is just the one group.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I am in it.
Well, if this is how she rejoined the Scoobies, I'm for it.
Keep my ear to the ground. And I think 5's a crowd.
It really is.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be around her.
I'll drive.
Oh, I want them
They
to
liked your plan.
make her. Ah! Oh god, what a conflicting state of emotions I'm in.
Not that I read much poetry.
I'm
Except for the
hoping
little
he's
ones in the
faking
Reader's
it.
Digest. You know, some are quite catchy. Nice shot.
Yeah.
You see, killing her's fine. Just make it a slow one.
My favorite kind.
Wonderful, wonderful. We don't want a replacement Slayer anytime soon. They can't all turn out like my girl Faith. Have fun.
Oh,
Let's do it.
things are so twisted.
She's not a little girl anymore.
I love when you talk, Wesley.
He's so weird.
I love when you sing, Wesley. Can you say the words jailbait, Wesley? Limey bastard. Hey, guys. Man, where you been? You gotta find Buffy.
Oh shit, oh no, oh no.
That guy just bugs me.
Angelus is actually back, that is fucked up.
Faith, Angel.
Hey, Joy.
Oh, no.
Nice to see you. Is Buffy home?
I really don't know how to feel about all this. Oh, man.
Okay, let's get the book someplace safe. Where are they?
I don't want to believe he's actually back. It's Angelus.
Actually, been a slight change in plan, Buff.
Buff. You just called. What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Matter of fact, I haven't felt this good in a long time.
Angel?
You know, I never properly thanked you.
Faith, we need to get out of here. Now. Speak for
I'm so tense.
Me?
Every hole in my body has closed up. Oh, Faith!
This isn't Wesley's fault.
Actually, it is. Faith was your responsibility. Guess who's Angel's new playmate?
Faith and
Oh,
Angel? Together?
Imagine the possibilities.
this is so messed up. Oh my god. Oh, you bitch. I get you messed up, but that's just not funny. I mean, I know I feel hurt by Buffy, but I feel like
Faith, listen to
this is a
me
bit
very
too much.
closely. What do I hear about everywhere I go? Buffy. So I slay. I behave. I
But
do
it's
the
not
good
called
things
Faith the
that I
Vampire
think.
Slayer.
Say it. You think you're better than me.
I am.
Fuck.
Always have been.
Oh.
Maybe you didn't notice. Angel's with me. And how'd you get him, Faith? Magic.
Angelus is with you.
To cast some sort of spell.
I get actually can kind of feel like
Try to tie me up.
it should be about me because she should be the Slayer now.
Loser.
But this is just wrong.
The world's best actor.
Second best.
Ah, he is Angel. He is.
Graduation day. You think we missed anything?
I think we know everything she knows.
Oh my god, yes! 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 Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it just felt wrong. Oh, yes.
You played me!
Oh, I love it.
What are you gonna do, B? Kill me? You become me. You're not ready for that.
At least you're admitting what you did.
Yet. Are you okay?
Oh, man.
Thank you for coming to me and for that rather effective light show you put on.
This restores the balance between us, Rupert Giles.
Ah.
My debt to you is now repaid in full.
At least now we know.
And we know a little bit more about the Ascension.
That's really clever.
I've got 2 words that are gonna make all the pain go away. Miniature. Golf.
I mean, miniature golf is fun. Oh, this is... Oh. What a messed up character in, like, the best way.
I need a little bit of a break. Please.
Even if it was pretend, it can't be easy to have those memories again.
You're still my girl.
Aww.
Always.
You're still the one I run to. The one that I belong to. Aww. Okay, another really, really good episode. I really liked that one. I barely know where to start. Well, I liked the initial focus on like the Buffy and Angel relationship. It was kind of cool that we started and ended the episode with those two. You know, they were kind of happy and on a date at the start, and then at the end they needed a break from each other. It was kind of cool that the events of this episode kind of, we saw how that directly affected that relationship. And just as they were kind of getting back into the swing of things, you know, it's just curveball after curveball with both of them. So I really liked that, and now I am quite invested in their relationship, mainly after the events of season 2. It does kind of hurt and suck to see them have to go through all this, and even by like winning the day, or winning the battle but not the war, they still kind of lose, because I think Buffy was more affected than maybe she thought she would be by seeing Angel adopt the Angelus persona again, even if it was all kind of a fake thing. And, you know, there's a lot of painful memories from seeing Angel be like that. So that was really cool, seeing how their relationship's kind of affected and how they've been slightly driven apart a bit by that and by the whole events. And then also, it's weird how much I like the relationship between Faith and the Mayor, considering how fucked up they both are. I mean, the Mayor's just weird, but I did like kind of learning a bit more about him and the Ascension kind of plot and everything. I mean, I think he'd said before, like, he's quite old anyway. and he can't be harmed, and he's not human, stuff like that. But it's nice seeing like the Scoobies learn more about that, and more about the actual threat they need to face and hopefully get rid of. But yeah, it's just like another kind of role model or parental figure to lead Faith astray, which she's had quite a lot of. And it's again an exploration of, I feel like you could write a book about what is Faith's fault and what isn't in terms of the events of this season. Because she's still like taking it upon herself to do these things, but she's been led down so many dark paths and been betrayed, left, right and centre. She's such a complex character, and I really, really kind of love trying to figure out how she ticks. Because I truly do think she is such a loose cannon. And in a way, I think that makes her more dangerous than the mayor. Because at least the mayor has like a clear intention of what he wants to get done. Whereas I feel like Faith doesn't really have that. She's just going with the flow and going with what feels right in the moment. And I think that's even more dangerous than the mayor. Because at least once you find out what the mayor's doing, you're like, okay, this is the plan, how do we stop it? I feel like you never know what Faith's plan is because it's always changing. So how can you prepare to fight a plan that is constantly changing? But I do kind of like seeing how messed up that relationship is, and it's just kind of history repeating itself with Faith, potentially finding this new, guidance figure, and just leading her down a darker and darker path every time. And she was saying it herself in this episode, she felt it was all about Buffy, and never about her. And I feel like to an extent that is true, because Giles was their watcher, but his focus was still kind of on Buffy, and Faith was kind of just left there, and she felt left out. And then Wesley came along, and he's still kind of neglected things. I mean, he's kind of a bit hapless anyway, isn't he? Bless him. But it certainly hasn't helped things with Faith. So I can understand how everything's happened, how things have gone this way. It's kind of a tragedy, really, that it has. And I think she still needs to be held accountable for some of her actions. Because, maybe the mayor tasked her with, getting rid of Angel's soul again. But she didn't have to, snog him in front of Buffy every 5 seconds. She didn't have to taunt Buffy in all the ways she did, She needs to be held accountable to some stuff, but you can understand how she's gone down this dark path, and it's just like a whole kind of tragedy thing. But it's just what makes her such an interesting and complex character to me. I do feel like Faith is one of my favourite things about Season 3. There's so much depth and so many layers to her. And I can't wait to see where they're going to go with the story, because I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. I feel like Faith's storyline is kind of as unpredictable as Faith is herself. So that's really exciting as a viewer. So I love that. And just that whole kind of messed up relationship with Faith and the mayor is quite interesting. And the mayor just really creeps me out. He's really weird. Yeah. And we had kind of, very briefly, that new demon thing, who had these Ascension books. So it's kind of cool getting some kind of lore about them. And seeing Faith again, another murder, more blood on her hands. Even if it was demon blood, it's still kind of just another, another kill added to the list. And Faith kind of took it upon herself. I mean, it's kind of interesting that she was very much against telling everyone and against opening up to Angel about Alan's death when he was trying to get through to her. But when she killed this demon, I know it's kind of all part of the plan. She was kind of faking how much it affected her, but she was then very open about how much it had affected her when she went to Angel about this death and this murder of that demon. And I recognised the voice of that demon guy. It sounded like someone from Star Trek. Not Quark, but like the younger boy of the same kind of race. It sounded like them, but I don't know if it was. But I definitely recognise the voice of that actor, so I need to kind of Google that. But I really liked the design of that creature, and it was interesting to just see how kind of, what's the word? Inelegant, I guess, Faith killing him was. You know, with Alan, it's kind of funny that with Alan, she accidentally killed him, and it was a complete kind of mistake in the tragedy. And it was just, boom, simple, one hit, done. And yet, I feel like she almost intended to kill this demon. And it was so messy, and took her like loads of jabs and everything. I know it was like a human versus a demon, but I think that's kind of interesting. Just how different those two deaths were. And yet the intentions, I feel like, were more so there in the more inelegant kill. But yeah, I liked that kind of, again, just being used to accelerate the plot, but also show us a bit more about where Faith is in her state of mind, and literally showing us, you know, showing blood on her hands. So, and I did like them kind of continuing to explore the Faith and Angel dynamic, even if it wasn't Faith kind of putting on a face for Angel, it was Angel putting on a face for Faith. So that was kind of interesting about those two in this episode. But I liked that they were kind of exploring the interactions with those two more, because that was something I really enjoyed about Consequences. So that was really cool. And even if it was kind of mostly a lie when they had their scenes together, it was still interesting to see them kind of play this game and lead each other along different paths. So that was really, really cool. I like to focus on that. And I also kind of enjoy the Wesley and Giles dynamic. I think those two are really funny together. And I like how Wesley's kind of slowly kind of accepted that Giles is probably a better watcher than he is, and kind of just will go with what Giles says. And doesn't really, you know, he knows the council wouldn't approve of Giles's interference and stuff. But of course, when he thinks he has like the moral high ground and stuff, he'll more than happy tell the council what's going on. But I really like that exploration of those two as well. But again, I feel like Wesley's not going to be around for long, because Giles needs to be the Watcher again. But I don't know how that's going to work. And especially the whole thing with Cordelia being involved with, well, maybe involved with Wesley as well, because that's still a thing. I'll get onto that later. Or maybe I'll get onto that now. Yeah, it was nice having Cordelia have a bit more to do in this episode. Oz got nothing again, which kind of sucks. But she was there to kind of somewhat flirt with Wesley. But I like how that was kind of used as a way of bringing her back into like the Scoobies, and it was nice seeing her like research stuff with the gang again. So that was cool. Hopefully that will be like a more permanent thing. And I'm hoping her and Xander can at least like make amends and be friends again, even if they're not together. Because I really do think that ship has sailed, even though Xander seemed pretty jealous and annoyed in this episode when he saw Cordelia and Wesley potentially going for dinner. Still don't know how I feel about that pairing, but you know, we'll see what happens. So I think it's still kind of very much playing on Xander's mind. He kind of almost felt a bit betrayed, I think, even though he betrayed her. And then straight away Angel punched him in the face and he felt betrayed all over again. Lots of betrayal in this episode. All over the shop, everyone found out about Faith's true intentions. But yeah, interesting. But I did like that Cordelia had a bit more to do. And then the whole idea of this creature being like hired by the mayor to take Angel's soul when the original plan didn't work, and bring Angelus back. I liked that idea in itself, and I thought at the time like that was way too easy to just do that. But then obviously we've kind of found out at the end of the episode it was all part of this like trick, which was pretty cool. I really liked that whole kind of revelation. Because as great as it was to see Angelus again, I was hoping it wasn't real, and I just had this gut feeling that he was faking it, and I was really hoping that he was. So it was still a really cool reveal when it turns out he wasn't, and I really liked how they revealed it as well. Faith was like saying I'm the best actor or something, and then Angel just goes second best. That was badass. I really liked that reveal. And then Faith, the look on Faith's face, you're just like, fuck. Sounds funny. But yeah, I liked that whole idea of the creature. And yet, as much as it was kind of messed up to think about the possibility, it was kind of cool to see Angelus back, even if it was like a ruse. I do think David Boreanaz really does shine when he's playing Angelus. Like, straight away, like, I just noticed that difference. I mean, I like him as Angel enough, but his performance as Angelus really kind of steps up a gear. And he really does kind of command this presence and owns the scene, I think, when he's playing Angelus. So that was really cool, kind of seeing him do that. Because normally, we see like a whole episode of him playing one or the other. So it's kind of nice. Or if we do see him play both, it's because he's playing Angelus in like a flashback or something. So it's kind of nice seeing him be Angel and Angelus in the present day timeline in the same episode. Because even like at the end of Innocence, or was it Surprise? At the end of Surprise, it kind of ends with him becoming Angelus, so we don't really see both of them in the same episode. So that was really cool. I liked that a lot. And it's just continuing to showcase David's great performance as Angelus. I'm glad they didn't just, once that whole plotline was ended in season 2, they're still kind of finding ways to use Angelus. I really like that. And then I also liked the idea of the theme that ran through this episode, I think, was like playing the long game. Because everyone kind of found out about the mayor's like age, and there was a line about how he'd spent like 100 years shaping Sunnydale and building Sunnydale up to be like a place for the demons and to build like the Hellmouth itself. So he's like playing a long game to his ascension, which I really, really liked. And then at the same time, we had the long game of Buffy and Giles and Angel's plan to kind of learn more about the ascension from Faith and learn if Faith was really on their side or not. So these two kind of long games running alongside each other, I really, really enjoyed. And that whole kind of trick and how they pulled it off to get information out of Faith, really liked that. That was really cool. And then I think obviously a big part of this episode was there's been comparisons before with Buffy and Faith and their different styles and stuff throughout the whole season, really, since she was first introduced. But I feel like this was like the crux of that. Because, well, we've seen Faith kind of say it was all about Buffy and never about her. She thought that Buffy thought she was better than her, and she felt she should be getting more of the attention because she is the Slayer, because Buffy died and Kendra died, and it should be her. I can kind of see that from her. I can kind of see why she would think that. See, why is the Slayer, who shouldn't even be the Slayer anymore, getting all the attention when I am the Slayer? I can kind of see where she's coming from in that respect. But obviously she's going about things completely in the wrong way. But yeah, we physically had them fight, that kind of versus Faith. Faith versus Buffy. Faith versus Buffy? No, Faith versus Buffy kind of thing. We literally had them fight. Obviously they're kind of on different sides in terms of who they're fighting with and against. And then Faith's way of kind of getting her own back against Buffy for all her betrayals throughout the season. Because I think it's safe to say Faith has kind of had her trust kind of been betrayed by Buffy and the Scoobies once or twice this season. I feel like this is kind of maybe an overreaction to that, but it's kind of all Faith's known, betrayal after betrayal, and I think she just reached a breaking point, like, what, screw this, which is kind of what led her to the mayor. And yeah, she kind of got her own back on Buffy by almost trying to become her a bit, because she wanted to be the Slayer, and she stole Angel and had Angel on her side. She had like her own version of Angel to take away from Buffy. She's playing this whole game with Angel throughout the whole episode, seducing him and whatnot. So I really liked that, and how they really kind of compared Buffy and Faith as Slayers in this episode. So we do kind of have like a good Slayer and a bad Slayer, and I'm really excited to see where they go with that, because I don't know how this is going to get resolved. Like, I feel like they'll stop the mayor, and that'll be fine. How will they stop Faith, if they can? Or will she be redeemed? I really do not know what they're going to do with Faith, and that's really exciting to me, because I genuinely can't predict what's going to happen, and I love that. But yeah, I really liked kind of everything that they had going on in this episode. I thought it was really, really good. I loved all the different kind of plot twists, and then the plot twists again of them actually not being plot twists because it was all a ruse. I really liked that. Some really funny moments in there as always. And the different dynamics they explored, and the way it's kind of affected Buffy and Angel's relationship going forward. Just these old wounds, really. It was cool. It was really cool, kind of. It's almost kind of a flashback or a mini sequel to season 2, or at least the second half of season 2. Because I feel like Angel played Angelus convincingly enough to, you know, he knows what he used to be like. And he even said, like, in this episode, when Faith is trying to compare herself to him, Angel was like saying, you know, it's not that we're not the same, because I didn't have a choice when I killed those people back then, when he was Angelus. And yet he kind of embodied that persona so well. That's interesting, that he really knows what he used to be like, and he's learning from that. I think that's really interesting as well. But yeah, I loved everything they did with all the characters. Moved the plot along really nicely. Everyone kind of knows more about the Mayor, more about the Ascension, and they know that Faith is probably not someone who's on their side. And yeah, very interesting place as we head into the final 5 episodes of the season. And yeah, nuts. And it's crazy, like, this time last season, episode 17 last season was Passion, and we just lost Jenny. And here we are, and just returned again in episode 17 of the season. Yeah, really like this episode, really, really good. Really raised the stakes, as always. Gets me really, really hyped to see what they're going to do with this, because I honestly have no idea, and that really, really excites me. So yeah, very exciting. Can't wait to see what's going to happen for the rest of the season, and until next time, thanks for watching.